Hello and welcome to today's globalization vlog. Today's topic is Leibniz Kekse! Maybe this way around. Sorry, Leibniz Kekse. Leibniz. You're like, what the? Yes, I know. But here's the thing. My name is Dora. I'm an international student from Germany who's currently located in Vietnam. A couple of weeks ago I felt a tiny little bit of homesick, so I went into the supermarket and I found Leibniz Kekse. And not just any Leibniz Kekse, I found the Leibniz Zoo. Whoop whoop, Leibniz Zoo. Leibniz Zoo is one of my most favorite snacks that exists in this world. Leibniz Chocos Minis could have that, but I haven't found them yet in Vietnam. If you know where I can get them, please leave a comment below, or if you like what I'm doing, please hit the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel. You still don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, what is Kekse anyway? Well, let me explain it to you. First I will tell you something about the history, then I will speak about the production, I will give you information about the marketing and as well as the meaning for Germans. On July 1st, 1889, Hermann Balzen bought a cakes company in Hanover, Germany, which is located in the northern part of Germany, as to be seen here. The company itself was called after the city and his name, creating a really long, complicated German term. Hannoversche Keksfabrik H. Balzen. The name was changed in 1912 to Balzen Keksfabrik. 2 years after Hermann Balzen bought the company, so 1891, the famous Leibniz Keks was born. Hermann Balzen named his cake after the famous philosopher, mathematician and political advisor Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, one of the most prominent citizens of Hanover. He lived in Hanover between 1676 until his death in 1716. And for everyone who's still counting 1 plus 1, yes, you calculated correctly. Leibniz celebrated his 130th birthday this year. Woohoo! Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Leibniz, happy birthday to you. Let's get back on track. In 1891, Hermann Balzen named his product Leibniz Cakes, as cakes were initially imported from England. However, most Germans kept pronouncing the word cakes wrong, and that's why he renamed his product into Leibniz Keks. And yes, this word did not exist until this time. So he invented this word in 1911. A couple of years later, the Duden, a dictionary of standard High German language, updated the word Keks into the German vocabulary. But that was not the only thing Hermann Balzen invented. In 1905 he invented the first European assembly line. That's 8 years ahead of Henry Ford. Did you know that? Well, I contacted the company to ask for some video footage of the production site itself, and I'm happy that I have received an answer. However, it was a general reply and I haven't received any video or information of the production site itself. But 5 years ago, one of the most famous German TV shows was able to look behind the scenes of how Leibniz Keks is produced. Let's peek into the video of Galileo. If you want to know more about the Leibniz Keks production, check out the rest of this video, which is unfortunately in German. Leibniz is fairly transparent with the ingredients. Let's check out their website. So, according to Leibniz, the Keks is produced without the addition of hydrogenated fats, predominantly with wheat flour from regional controlled contact cultivation, without ingredients of animal origin except for milk products, egg products, honeys and bee wax, without added preservations and colorants, according to food law. If we scroll down, Leibniz informs us about the certificates behind the cocoa production and sustainable palm oil production. Last but not least, Leibniz offers an ingredient lexicon for the ingredients of mainly all Leibniz products. Balzen was not only a pioneer on how to produce his products, he also invented the first punch-in card for his employees in 1905. He even dreamed of a company that takes care of his employees, like a small factory city, including residential, educational and recreational spaces. However, the First World War stopped his plans and he died in 1919. Balzen remains family-owned until today, but no family member is actively running the management. At this point, I would like to mention a history of Balzen that is unpleasant and shows the dark side of the family business. Hermann Balzen descendants produced humanitarian disaster during the Nazi regime in Germany. In 2019, Verena Balzen, the 26-year-old heir of Balzen, denied the history and created a new scandal. Luckily, this led to a reappraisal of the history by Balzen itself. But even up to this year, Balzen has been dealing with accusation of racism. With an Instagram post for Valentine's Day 2020, Balzen earned itself a shitstorm. The post showed the cookie Africa, a waffle cookie covered in dark chocolate. Users criticized that the name was racist. Balzen argued that the name Africa was chosen because Africa is the largest cocoa bean producer in the world, and the name therefore perfectly fits the product. They have been offering the Africa product under this name and in this form for over 60 years. However, this backlash was immense, and Balzen finally agreed to rename his product Africa into Perpetuum. The word has a Latin origin and means something like everlasting. Even inside the family, a lot of things are broken, or used to be broken. In 1999, after months of dispute and squabbles, the Balzen family decided to split up the long-established Balzen group. One brother kept Balzen with sweet snacks, and the other received the Salvatore snacks and named his company by his first name, Lorenz. The company Lorenz remains family-run. At the end of 2019, Moritz Balzen, the heir of Lorenz Balzen, entered his inheritance. Okay, now we know how it was invented, how it is produced, and what kind of ingredients are included. We also know that Hermann Balzen was an outstanding businessman. Let's have a look into how the Leibniz Keks was marketed. I'm sure after so many inventions, Hermann Balzen holds a surprise for us. What do you think? Yes, of course he does. In 1898, Leibniz was marketed with the second illuminating advertisement in Germany. As to be seen in the picture, Leibniz Keks glowed above the center of Berlin in Germany. It was a revolution of advertisement. But did you know that the Leibniz Keks itself is branded and used as a marketing tool? The Leibniz Keks count exactly 52 teeth that frame the rectangle field. Additionally, Leibniz Butter Keks is imprinted in capital letters. But what is the keks worth it if it's soggy after being kept for too long? Well, even for that, Hermann Balzen had a solution. In 1904, the Tet wrapping was invented. Tet is derived from an ancient Egyptian hieroglyph. It is actually pronounced Chet and means eternal while. It is a symbol for the quality of Balzen and the first dust and moisture resistant cardboard packaging, capable of keeping the cookie permanently fresh. In 1971, the descendants of Balzen, or one of their genius marketing employees, invented the famous and recognizable yellow packaging. The design developed over the years, but the original Leibniz Keks is still found in the yellow wrapping. All Leibniz products are kept in the same yellow design. Regarding the German trade magazine WUF, a magazine for the communication and marketing industry, Balzen plans to change the appearance of its brand Leibniz. The marketing agency Auge from Florence is currently working on it. Let's stay tuned for the change. We keep moving on to a marketing campaign that wasn't planned by Balzen or Leibniz, but drew the attention of everyone to the famous cakes. In 2013, the famous golden cakes got stolen from the factory in Hanover. The Krümelmonster, a famous character of a German TV show, confessed that he couldn't resist the cakes and stole it. When he bit into it, he realized that the cakes didn't taste and he would return the cakes in exchange for real kekse. But Krümelmonster is a friendly monster. And he did not just ask for kekse for himself, he also requested Leibniz to hand kekse to patients of a children's hospital. Balzen did donate 52,000 packages to 52 social institutions. And 1 month after being stolen, the cakes was returned to Balzen. Or at least it was nicely presented in public. The story was in the daily news every day for over a month. And experts say if this had been a marketing campaign, Balzen would have had to pay 1.7 million euros. So this was an unintended marketing campaign for Balzen. And the Krümelmonster wasn't charged. Leibniz presents itself on Facebook, on Instagram, and on its well-designed website. However, all those marketing tools are only available in German. The international website of Balzen presents itself more in a boring, old-school, business-oriented style than the customer-oriented German website. So, everyone who followed this video until now wants to know why I chose this topic and what Leibniz means to Germans. Let me try to explain it with the words of Leibniz itself, ein Stück Geborgenheit. Geborgenheit is a German term and describes the feeling of comfort and security. It is an expression of feeling home, safe and warm. As Leibniz describes it on their own website, to feel comfort means to arrive, to have found one's home, not always in the form of a place, but also in people, in moments, and more. I have worked and studied in several places in this world. Arriving at a new place, country, or culture holds its challenges. Sometimes those emotions can be overwhelming, and then we seek something that we know, something that comforts us. During my time in Indonesia, I realized for me that this comfort can be found in food. If I feel homesick, I love to eat something that I know from home. And after that, I feel Geborgenheit. Like for example, I moved to the US 3 days before my birthday, not knowing anyone to celebrate my birthday with, so I got dressed up and sat down into a pizza place. I ordered a nice pizza and enjoyed my own company. Due to the food and the look of the plates, I felt Geborgenheit. And I enjoyed a lovely birthday. And with this feeling, I'm sending you back into reality. What is Geborgenheit for you? Feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Let's open it. Look at that squirrel.